McFarlane, I'm impressed that you actually got around to making the God of Thunder as opposed to another Spawn, but did it have to be Dark Raiden? Was anyone begging or clamoring for Dark Raiden specifically? From McFarlane's Mortal Kombat 11 toy line, this is Raiden or Dark Raiden, depending on essentially the cells listing you look at. And it is the darker form of Raiden that we saw at the very beginning of Mortal Kombat 11 before the timelines merged and he reformed with his younger self, going back to the Raiden we all love and would have preferred a figure of if you were me, but, you know, it's fine. I like PlayStation 2 era Mortal Kombat, I guess. If you're unfamiliar with this form of Raiden, essentially, regardless of the timeline, this always happens after Raiden has been corrupted by Shinnok's energy, be it by destroying Onaga, or taking Shinnok to the Netherrealm, and in both cases, it led to him being a far more callous and bloodthirsty hero, someone who is far more calculating, cold, perhaps even sadistic, but was still nominally, at the very least, on the side of Earthrealm and the side of good. I'm trying to think of a good way of putting this. It's basically like the Dark Knight Returns Batman, where it's like, let's take the hero and kind of turn them into a dick for no reason, but at least with Raiden it works because Mortal Kombat's all about, you know, horrible violence and mind-numbing atrocities. Taking a closer look at Raiden, I really adore this head sculpt. I think they knocked it out of the park when it comes to capturing the new timeline design, and I would love to see it in a repurposed Raiden if they ever get around to doing something like that. As for the rest of the design, I love the almost like alligator-esque armor, especially like with the sculpted detail. And as for the color scheme, it's something that could have very easily become gaudy with the dull green, the dull brown, the gold, and then the blue, but I feel like the blue, and especially the red, break up the monotony so well and are so vibrant that it makes the whole color scheme work far more cohesively with itself. I should mention this, however, for the most part, this is a great feeling McFarlane figure, which is something that's actually kind of rare to get in the Mortal Kombat line. Unfortunately, there is still a problem with the joints, only this time it's not how loose anything is, it's how loose the biceps are. Even though there's a cut there, I cannot get these arms to move at all, and every time I've tried, I hear the plastic stressing. And you can see how that seam's starting to come apart on this arm. So I'm actually really worried that this figure might self-destruct if you push it too far. In terms of accessories, this version only came with the red lightning, and it's kind of a useless accessory because even though it does look nice, it doesn't clip into anything, and it's always just a tap away from either making the figure unbalanced or coming loose itself. It's very hard to pose with this. I know I sound somewhat down on this figure, but I'm really not. It's a spectacular Raiden of an underrepresented design.